want to thank everybody for watching Crypto Revolution, where I talk about everything crypto daily. Before we jump into this video, I want to thank you guys for hitting that like button. The subscribes have been great. Do me a favor, hit that like button. Take 2 seconds, hit that like button. Let's get that like spike going. My goal is 1,000 likes per video. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, I make these videos every single day. I'm going to keep you as up to date as possible on the most relevant crypto news that you need to know. So please hit that subscribe button. Jumping right into the market today in crypto. Green Day. Amazing pump. Right after I put last night's video out, boom, market took off. Amazing day. I've got a cryptocurrency trading group where I'll teach you all this stuff. If you want to get really good at this, you want to potentially make life-changing money, we're going to do it anyway because we're in crypto. We're here early, right? But if you want to make it faster like I do, Walton Chain up 23%. So I just posted this on the 1st, up 23%. This is waves. This is a midterm hold. These are easy. I had somebody email me today. They're like, Chris, am I a good fit for your group? I've never traded. Yes, that's exactly what this group is directed at. People that have no knowledge at all about, I mean, if you've been in trading and you're just trying to find the best setups, you don't have a bunch of time, I'm going to do that for you. If you want to learn how to trade this market, I got 41 videos in a playlist that will teach you how to trade this market. I got 6 chat groups. I got Discord meetings, 3 hours every Saturday night where we just talk about everything possible you can imagine. So we've got a real good, I'm going to talk at length about these midterm holds and how to trade them and aggressive buys this Saturday, tomorrow night. So waves up 65%. I just posted this in December the 15th. In 2.5 weeks, you made 65% gains. Like, this is phenomenal. These altcoins, these are smaller caps, mid caps now. If you guys want to join the cryptocurrency trading group, you want to pay in crypto, email me, cryptobitcoinchris@gmail.com. I'll get you set up and in the group today. If you want to pay with a card, you can do so. There's a Patreon link in the description. You can just pay monthly, month to month. If you do pay in crypto, which I recommend, make a commitment to this, change your life. Change the way you see this market. This is what the whales, institutions, and smart money, this is how they trade. Pay in crypto, you get 20% off if you pay for 6 months. You get 30% off if you pay for the year plus an additional month for free. You're not going to find a better value on YouTube for sure. This is the best trading group. I have people from other groups come into the group all the time. They're in a couple groups and they say, man, Chris, I've learned more in a couple days than I have in these other groups. This person just stated, I took your profits on your waves trade, your waves midterm setup. I made $2,740 on my first midterm hold in your group. And this paid for my entire year in your group plus a ton of profits. So Bitcoin's at 73.35. The overall market cap of cryptocurrency is still under $200 billion, $195 billion. This is yesterday's video, and I just want to, it seems like every time that I make these videos and I talk about the RSI being oversold, we get a pump. And I want you guys to focus on this and understand that in essence, bots are driving this market, right? And these bots, they're not programmed to buy on news. Yeah, there are news bots. They scrape the news. Anytime Binance puts out some news, they scrape, and you'll get news pumps that the bots pick up on. However, retail obviously buys news pumps. However, TA is what these bots are programmed with. And that's why I want you to understand that there's a self-fulfilling prophecy here in essence. Like, there's traders trade based on the same information. Bots trade on this same information. So that's why it works so well. So this is talking about the RSI and how it's oversold. And I want you to know that you can count on these bounces when the RSI gets oversold. Like, it might get pegged down there and stay down there for a while as far as being the RSI being oversold. But something that simple can change the game completely. Like, if you're looking at an entry, if you want to get a coin, if you don't even want to be a trader and you're just thinking, hey, I want to get into this coin because I like the project, wait for the RSI. Be patient. Wait for the RSI to get oversold potentially. Buy on the days when people are fearful. Buy when there's blood in the streets, right? You got to be patient in this market. Wait for the best time. Don't, here it goes the pump. Here it is. Let's buy. I better buy now. I'm about to miss out. You got to think ahead. So now, just to play part of this video. Now I want you to see this real quick. So your RSI is oversold right now. All right, so that means the relative strength index, RSI, is oversold. When this happens, a lot of times you get a bounce in the price action. So let me show you this right here. Okay, you see we had this big dip and then it bounced. Look at your RSI, oversold. Okay, you go back over to this area, same thing, RSI oversold, big pump. So is there a possibility that we see a bit of an uptick in the price? Yes, and I'll show you that. This is a chart. We've got a little bit of bounce here, so potentially the bulls can step in and still save this and keep this guy moving higher. But again, this is the big test for Bitcoin at this level. Okay, so here you got to pair this idea together. You got RSI. Your RSI is oversold, and you're at the bottom of this pattern. Okay, and so that's two things basically justifying the idea that we're going to see a pump here. And so the more ideas that you have showing that a certain situation or scenario is going to play out, the better. And that's how you build your thoughts and ideas through technical analysis. And sure enough, boom, we got this huge run up right after I posted the video. Okay, RSI was oversold, not anymore. Look at this. You could go back, RSI oversold, pump. I could go back through the entire price history of Bitcoin. Every time the RSI is oversold, it pumps. It doesn't stay down there forever. Right now, there's times where it gets stuck down there. Now look at this. Here it was oversold and still rolled over and kept down. And then here it was oversold. You got a pump and then rolled over. So I'm not saying it's going to pump and go to the moon each time, but you're going to get some type of an uptick, right? You're going to get some type of a move higher. Here obviously this move was tremendous. So again, I just want you to focus on little things, basics. If you just pick up a couple of these concepts while watching this channel, I've accomplished what I want to do. I want to make you guys good at trading this market, really good. That's what drives me, seeing you guys successful. So right now, this invalidated, this is awesome because for the bulls, this invalidated this head and shoulders. So this head and shoulders meant a potential target, downside target of 6,600. So for right now, we're out of the woods as far as that goes. You get a break down here again and things change potentially. So just keep in mind right now you've got a bull flag, and I'll go actually, this is a 4-hour chart, and here's basically the scenarios we're looking at. We've been in this huge falling wedge for a period of months, and potentially here we are now, bull flag. We could get a little bit of a move to the upside, but you've got possible hidden bearish divergence. Now this tells you that there's a really good chance that the trend is going to continue, and it's a downtrend. Right here is a downtrend, so this shows you that hidden bearish divergence. And so the only thing that would negate this is a break to the upside. Okay, but as it stands, so it would be perfectly normal to think we get maybe a little bit of a pump to the upside of this orange falling wedge right here at about 7,500, and then a break lower, or this green arrow is the most likely scenario. Okay, so now if we do break out, we might go up here at some point. Now, it might be in a week or two, but we might run up to 7,800 to 8,000 area possible. Okay, but you just have to know that we have to assume that this downtrend is going to continue until we break out, and I just don't quite think we're there yet. Now I want to be wrong. And when I am wrong, I flip bullish. As soon as this trend line gets broken out of with some authority and we get a good retest, everything changes immediately. Bitcoin longs worth $38 million were liquidated on BitMEX. Boy, these guys make a killing. And a lot of people would say that this is manipulation. This is manipulation. Well, what happens is these bots are programmed to buy on oversold conditions. Bots are running this market. Wait till Wall Street gets in here. You think these bots are advanced and high tech, and wait to see what the algos that Wall Street brings in this market are. High frequency trading. It's going to be next level. Bots are part of this now. So we're working. You have to understand them, but it's just like these whales, these institutions of smart money. Hey, just understand how they trade and trade with them. Ride their waves. Don't try to work against it. As retail investors, we're built, as humans, we're built to buy green candles. You have to retrain your mind how you see this market. But just know that, BitMEX, like these longs, BitMEX is making a killing when this happens. Now, I'm not saying there's not any manipulation in this price. I mean, look at Bitcoin's price action compared to altcoins. Altcoins where you're not trading with leverage, they don't have these long wicks. Bitcoin, when you're trading Bitcoin, it's the long wick phenomena, and they're everywhere, right? Yes, there's things done to manipulate the price action, but you have to know and understand that from a macro perspective, it's hard to manipulate the price over a 6-month period, a 2-month period, a 1-month period. But these quick price moves, there is some manipulation, but I think bots are running this market because they're programmed by humans. Bitcoin crypto metrics are thriving despite sentiment. So price doesn't tell the whole story. And I'm telling you guys this. This is a market where it's speculative. This is a bunch of software that doesn't even work, really. It's definitely software that people don't know about. Not a whole lot of people even use this. And this is speculative. Like, we want mainstream adoption to be tomorrow. We're not quite there yet. Now, price is based on this speculation, is based on the markets. And that's just part of it. However, the networks of these cryptos are growing. The state of the network of all your top cryptos are growing. The networks are getting better and bigger. However, price drives the sentiment with us. You look at the fear and greed. People are fearful right now because the prices are headed lower. Overall, from a macro perspective, Bitcoin is, people lost a ton of money in Bitcoin probably if they bought the top. And thus you have your fear and greed index down here. So now volume is down tremendously. It's down 90% from the top in June, but that's okay. And here's why. Because when volume gets really low and nothing happens, that just means it's coming right back in. Anytime you get to the end of a lot of these patterns, you're going to see low volume scenarios, right? The end of triangles, you always have low volume. You go for a ton of volume all the way down to hardly any volume, and then you get your big breaks. And so we're headed for a big break. Now, we still have some potential downside, I think. And again, everything changes. The very second that we break out of that falling wedge on the daily, everything else goes out the door. Flip bullish, let's go. Bitcoin selling for $24,000 per Bitcoin in Iran as U.S. tensions escalate. $24,000 for a Bitcoin, man. The news, I think, tries to tie a lot of this into the price, and I think, there's potential a little bit of correlation, sure, with gold and oil took off, and Bitcoin's rally, it really wasn't that substantial. It was a small pump, and the RSI just happens to be oversold. There's a ton of other technical reasons why it pumps. So the news's job is to make you want to read the news. And so they have an obligation to say, hey, what we have is the reason why this market moves, and here's the news. There's no digital euro coming anytime soon, says the European Central Bank. So they're lost. They need to hop on board. I'm telling you, this gives an opportunity. The longer that they wait to step up into digital currency, the further behind they're going to be. That gives crypto and blockchain a leg up, I think. Bitcoin swells by 7.6 billion in just hours. Does the pump suggest a safe haven or speculation? I say speculation because there's so much speculation in this market. Is it a safe haven to a point? But where you see huge run-ups and then 80 and 85% retraces is a safe haven. Now, other countries, underdeveloped countries where fiat is collapsing, governments are collapsing, yes, it's a safe haven there. So I think it depends on, basically the area of the world that you live in. Speculation is here. This is market's built on speculation. This is a scam, guys. Every time I see this, I have tons of people ask me, and I actually pulled the Blockchain Explorer on this, and someone had just sent 8 Ethereum to this. So this is like, there's always these live streams. There's a Ripple live stream. This is Ethereum 2.0 with Vitalik, where they're giving away Ethereum. Well, they're giving it away, but you got to send 3 Ethereum to get 30 back or whatever. You're never going to send crypto and expect any back. You're not going to get it back ever. Never. Okay? So they're going to give you free crypto. That's one thing. But not everybody wants you to send some first. Don't fall for this stuff. CEO of Circle slams Tether as shadow banking solution for China. Hey, you know what? Potentially it is a shadow banking solution. However, Circle, remember how yesterday we were talking about how these companies that are struggling, they have to, basically make themselves look better. And they just kind of played things the wrong way. They made some bad decisions, and now, hey, they're ticked off. Like, compared to gaming and gambling, decentralized applications, DeFi is still behind. I would say dApps in general are way behind. Your gambling apps are or dApps, decentralized applications, are the main apps that people were using. So you have to know that we want these to be widely used, but the blockchain is kind of slow and clunky. Technology-wise, we need to be able to scale. We need to be able to compete with, I mean, when you can download an app on Google Play and it's amazing, what incentive is there going to be to play a decentralized application? Now, these gambling decentralized applications, the incentive is there's real money involved, right? And, you know, real crypto involved. That's what drives people towards these gambling decentralized applications. Yeah, DeFi, this is all the future, but again, we're not quite there yet. Holoport has arrived. Everybody's super excited about this for Holochain. It's shipping. But then I saw down here, they have all these videos, how it's shipping. You can be, finally, people are excited about it. And basically, this is going to grow the network. Someone down here says he's getting customs fees for his Holoport shipment. He lives in Canada. He got a text saying that he owes $188 in customs fees. And his Holoport's being held in the UK until he can pay it. But again, at the end of the day, progress is being made in cryptocurrency. It's Justin Sun comes out. Remember, they unlocked 33 billion Tron. Everybody's freaking out. Justin Sun, hey, you know what? We're going to keep it intact. And we're even going to launch a TRX buyback program. So again, smart thing to do. You know, let's reduce that token supply. It's only going to help the price. The US SEC is demanding bank records from Telegram. So Telegram, remember, they had a huge private sale. You know, they collected like $1.7 billion, but only from 171 investors. Now the US SEC is involved here because some of those 171 investors were living in the United States, unregistered security sales. And so this is something Telegram's got to work its way through. If you guys like the content that I provide on a daily basis, be sure and subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment below, hit the bell for notifications. Thanks so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow.